Hi, welcome to What It Means to Be on the ELT. I'm Chris Doe from Illinois, and I've been part of the American Cancer Society and Relay for Life since 2001. I started as a general volunteer with my local event and moved quickly into various committee event roles, including the event lead for 3 years. Many people wonder when they're asked to join the ELT, what is it and how can I make a difference and what's my impact? Well, first of all, what is an ELT? What do those letters mean? ELT is Event Leadership Team, and there are many roles involved in an ELT. A typical structure may consist of a lead and or co-lead, and then have various roles reporting up to those leads. Those can include survivor caregiver lead, team recruitment lead, logistics lead, a mission lead, advocacy lead, sponsorship lead, fundraising lead, luminaria or ceremonies lead, among others. Each of these areas are important to the success of your event. However, there are some events that just don't have the people to cover the various roles that may be needed, and that's okay. You may need to recognize that some people might have multiple roles. And some of those roles you may need to combine just because they flow together, such as the mission lead and the advocacy lead might be one, because their roles tend to do similar things or they work very closely together. The most important piece to remember about an ELT is the T. It's a team. All areas of an event work together to provide the best possible event experience for those attending. Your participants, your survivors and caregivers, your sponsors, your donors, and anyone in between. And that includes your ELT members because they're there to also experience your event. Shortly, you're going to hear from some very impactful ELT volunteers across the nation who will give you some tips, tricks, tools, and ideas of what has made their event ELT successful and impactful. Please know that there are many in your corner that can help you be successful, offer you information and tools, and mentor you if you'd like. But there's also several online areas that can also give you information that will make you successful. Cancer.org is the American Cancer Society's main website. Within that website, you'll find so much information, including how your fundraising dollars are being used. The funds that we raise through the American Cancer Society Relay for Life events goes towards the programs and resources that are available to cancer patients and their caregivers. And that information is out there on cancer.org. You also can find out what types of research grants have been granted throughout your community or in the state that you live in. And that's very important information for some donors or sponsors as they want to see where their money goes and how the dollars will help the American Cancer Society. Another area is acsresources.org. This is a community where various platforms for the American Cancer Society have an area where resources are available to them to make them successful. There is a Relay for Life page on ACS Resources, and within that page, you'll find social media tools. You'll find tips and information on making your event successful. You'll also find who's involved on various leadership teams and who you can reach out to if you have questions. On Facebook, there are several areas too. There's a Relay for Life community, an ACS Unified Event Support community, and a global Relay for Life community. Remember, Relay for Life is not just a US event, it's a global impact. There are Relay for Life events throughout the globe. Some of the mentors that are available to you may be from other events within your area or nearby you. Don't be afraid to reach out to them and go visit their event. You can get some really great ideas and information by visiting other Relay for Life events. Especially if you haven't made the decision as to whether or not to be on your ELT. Visiting events and reaching out to other events, asking them some questions may help you make your decision. There's just so much out there and so many resources and people that are willing to help you out. There's also a national community fundraising leadership team. These are folks who have been volunteers for several years and have made great impacts among their areas and around the United States in regard to the American Cancer Society and Relay for Life. Don't hesitate to reach out to them if you have any questions. The state that you live in also is part of what's called a region. So you have region leadership teams also. Those folks are just like the National Community Fundraising Leadership Team. They are a wealth of information and can help you out if you need any information, you need any resources, or you have questions. We are really glad to have you join us, and we are excited to share all the information with you. Thank you very much, and we hope that you get some information out of the next folks that are going to be speaking.
Hi, I'm Debbie Merrill from the Plattsburgh Relay for Life. I'm the Fund the Cure tri-lead, a team captain. My team raised over $33,000 last year, a caregiver and helper all around. Being an ELT member means raising awareness and helping our relay to succeed our event goal. The ELTs encourage our team captains to come up with fundraisers or take part in the ones that we do yearly. Some of our yearly fundraisers that we do are Breakfast with Santa, Perkins Pie Sales, Online Silent Auction, Garage Sale, Street Drive, Cake Auction, and You Choose Tickets. We share all the information about these events with our team captains and participants so they can be a part of these fundraisers to help them meet their personal goal. We help ahead of time to utilize and support the team captains to be successful as possible. We do this by sharing their events on social media and/or attending their events. We all work together so we can be successful in our vision to end cancer. We also hold team captain meetings where we do pass the bucket and one lucky winner will win the money that was collected. During these meetings, we do a couple of fun games, all ACS related, and then have a question and answer session. We provide the team captains with the tools that they will need to be successful, like the fundraising app and upcoming fundraisers. Some tools and resources that we use is our website, myself, and our committee. On our website, we list all of our committee members, their contact information, and their role. This makes it easier for people to reach out to the right person when they have questions. Also, the structure of our committee is a big help to our success. On our website, we list all information and our upcoming fundraisers. Whenever there is an ACS fundraising challenge, I always strive to beat the challenge, not only to get the reward, but to get closer to my goal. Striving to be an all-star and raising over $2,500 is something that I push myself to do each year since my dad was diagnosed. Of course, once I reach the $2,500, I do not stop, just keep going. Fighting cancer will always be a big part of my life. I have heard the words, "I have cancer," from many family members and friends, and I want them to be able to celebrate more birthdays. Our fundraising dollars are fueling the mission of the American Cancer Society to make this possible. This is why the volunteers from the Relay for Life of Plattsburgh work so hard to succeed our fundraising goals. Being an ELT member means supporting our teams and participants to succeed our Relay fundraising goal. I encourage you to connect with your fellow ELT members and your staff partners to build a plan to blow your 2024 Relay goal out of the water. Celebrate. Remember. Fight back.
Hi friends, my name is Kaylee Daly and I'm on ELT in Relay for Life of Thurston County in Washington State. I'm here to tell you today what my thoughts are on being on ELT, and in one word, I think it's pretty amazing. We have an amazing and passionate ELT team here. And we all have our own individual strengths, but when we come together as a team and those strengths are combined, that's when we become amazing. Then we take that amazing passion out into our communities, and we do outreach and tabling events all year long. We make sure that we're reaching out far and wide to diverse groups in our communities because we want to ensure that all groups are supported and welcomed, and in the event they are ever touched by cancer, they know where to go for resources. So you all know the saying, cancer doesn't sleep, neither do we. And while that saying is really pertaining to the 24-hour events themselves, the point here that I'm trying to make is that we make a constant and continual effort to be visible in the community all year long. There is no off season. By being out in the community and engaging the community, our hope is that the community is going to also rise to the occasion and find a way to join Relay, whether it's at a pre-event or the day of. At the start of our relay season, my ELT, we meet and we do a strategic plan to outline goals, and then we create a plan to meet those goals. We use community feedback that we've received throughout the year, and we decide how to best implement the feedback that we received. Because, just because you've done something one way doesn't mean you have to always keep doing it that way. So we take that feedback and implement change. Change is good. It's what keeps things fresh. So, you guys, about our team itself, our big event. It's pretty amazing, that too, and I might be biased and I will own that. But we've done a couple new things in the most recent years. We've added a food truck alley and we've added a car show. And with those two events, we've brought in a group of people that had no idea who Relay was, that we existed, what we did. And now we have new people that are signing up just because they came to our food trucks or because they came to the car show. But most importantly, when we do go out and about in the communities, we share our whys, our relay whys. So for me, my relay why is my parents. I lost both my mom and dad to lung cancer. And as much as I love relay, I also hate it. I hate that I'm doing relay because I would much rather my parents be here with me. But I've turned that hate into a passion because I believe that there's going to be a cure one day. A cure is out there. And so I've turned that into a passion, and that is why I relay. I relay to honor my parents, and I relay so other families have more time together. And lastly, even though we are all on our own individual ELTs, at the end of the day, we are all on one team. We all have the same driving force to end cancer as we know it. So, you guys, I think that's my big message. I love everything there is about Relay for Life. I love what we do. I love what we stand for. And I love that coming together, we are going to end cancer as we know it. Thank you.
Mark Kennedy with the Salinas Valley Relay for Life in its 26th year here in Salinas. What's it mean to be an ELT member? Well, what I really like about being an ELT member, and I've been that for a while, is you're around a lot of like-minded people, givers, people who are willing to give their time, their energy, their money. And you're surrounding yourselves with people that clearly are concerned about those in Monterey County, specifically Salinas Valley, that are survivors, that are caregivers, that are those still in the fight right now, and that we put on an event that highlights and memorializes and celebrates what is going on in their lives and how they're in this fight against this awful disease. And we make a difference. We make a tremendous difference to this community that shows up for our relays. And I think as an ELT member, nothing makes you prouder than to be at the relay and hear the people and their conversations as to why they love this event. So I'm excited to be part of this ELT team every year, and I hope there's many of others out there that want to do the same thing.
I'm Joe Pace, an ELT member from the Relay for Life of Southampton Roads of Virginia. Being an ELT member means that we get to share the gift of relay with everyone in our community. One of the most important parts of preparing for our relay event is ensuring that we have a ton of teams return each year and grow the event with new teams. It may sound cliche, but our ELT really stands by the saying, cancer hasn't stopped, so neither will we. We begin planning our event, next year's event, before our current year even ends. We try to remain consistent in when we hold our event and look to secure our date with the town right away. For our event, we always shoot for the first Saturday in June. Once that date is set, we put this on our Facebook page to let our current teams know to save the date, as well as send out email blasts. To keep our current teams engaged and to spread the word about Relay, our ELT meeting members never stop fundraising. We hold trunk or treats, craft fairs, or just random fundraising events to keep Relay on everyone's mind throughout the year. This year, our ELT volunteered in our local Jeep Fest, where we linked up with the non-relay event with the ability to set up a table to sell relay items and, of course, promote the event. We also hold monthly bank nights or rallies to keep all of our teams updated and engaged. We do our best to communicate all of our upcoming events with our website and Facebook page. We also send out email and text blasts with the date of our annual event. In addition to these blasts, we obtain printouts with team captains' information going back a few years. We then split up the list and can personally call or text the team captains to let them know of the date of relay and ask them if they would register a team in return. While many of these items discussed can be used for both retaining current teams and recruiting new teams to join, the easiest way to get new teams to join relay is to get out in the community and spread the word. Reaching out to businesses can become twofold. So we reach out to businesses to obtain sponsorships, but we also want to encourage those businesses to create a team for their employees and families to come and join the event. They can then see firsthand how their contributions make a difference. It's always important to think outside the box and be very creative to keep people wanting to come back to Relay each year.
Thank you so much for joining us on this What Does It Mean to Be an ELT? I hope that you were able to get tools, information, and some tips on what will make you successful in your role as an ELT member. If you ever have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to the Relay for Life community page on Facebook or through acsresources.org and connect with a national community fundraising leadership team member or a regional leadership team member. Everybody is out there to help you be successful and to help your event make the greatest impact in your community with the fundraising dollars that we raise for the American Cancer Society. Remember, we are here to celebrate, remember, and fight back every cancer for every life. Thank you.